Now that July has just begun, that means even more Game Pass games are arriving onto the service very soon. Xbox have given us the announcement recently that 11 brand new games are arriving into Game Pass for July, and there are some pretty huge games arriving and also returning to the service. My name is Fletcher, this is Xbox Nation, and join me as we delve deep into these awesome game announcements. First up is a game that I really recommend that everyone keeps their eye on, and that is Arcade Paradise. I've put many hours into this game, and I just love everything about it. You'll get to take the dull laundromat business made up of boring chores from washing clothes to throwing out the trash and turning it into a bustling and neon-filled arcade with the coolest games in town raking in all that money. There are so many nostalgic games, and it's just so awesome to see not only your business grow, but being able to sample every single game playable in your own arcade. This goes from early vector games right up to the 32-bit era, and the games cover 3 decades of history, and it's well worth diving into for the nostalgia alone. Another game that has already dropped onto Game Pass this July is an absolute mammoth title, and that is none other than Grand Theft Auto 5. This title keeps going from strength to strength and still to this day brings update after update to its staggeringly large multiplayer offerings. This time, all Game Pass players will get access to the Xbox One version of the game, but also the enhanced Xbox Series X and S version, which brings even better fidelity, graphics, faster load times, and so much more. I would be shocked if any gamer hasn't played this game by this point, and with GTA 6 rumoured to be releasing within the next couple of years, it's certainly worth giving this entry a playthrough yet again. We also have another game arriving onto Game Pass already, and that is Sword and Fairy Together Forever. This franchise may not be well known internationally, but it's regarded in China as one of the most iconic RPG series ever made. This newest entry into the critically acclaimed series finally arrives and drops onto Game Pass, and the plus side is that it's a standalone story, so no need to delve into the lore of the previous games. This is a refreshingly stunning Asian title featuring jaw-dropping environments and really impressive character models. In this beautiful world, you can explore mountains and fields whilst fighting epic characters, and the soundtrack is just a masterpiece. Definitely a highlight for July and well worth downloading today. Now, a game that also arrived onto Game Pass yesterday is the mind-blowing Save the Day adventure known as MCPIXEL 3. This game is pure comedy gold and well worth downloading if you're looking for laugh out loud moments and just having a good time. You will take control of a titular wannabe hero, and it's your mission to avert one disaster after another at every turn using unconventional yet entertaining methods of mayhem. It's stupid, hilarious, relatively difficult, and just plain outrageous. I cannot describe how odd and funny this game is, but I recommend you at least give it a go for some good old comedy humour. One game that I'm very interested in trying out this month when it lands on July 11th is Common Hood. This is a community building and economy management game with highly customizable base building tools. You will get to scavenge for materials, grow your own food, research new technology, craft new tools, build a home, make friends, form your own community, and take it from surviving to thriving. This is an incredibly interesting and unique concept for a game of this nature, and many have praised the developers for their constant support by trying many different creative ideas. Certainly keep this on your radar when it drops onto Game Pass next week. This next game is already on Xbox Game Pass for consoles, but is finally arriving onto PC Game Pass for the very first time. Insurgency SANDSTORM is a tactical and intense first-person shooter, and it really captures the authenticity by making you fear every bullet. There are a plethora of game modes in PvP and even in co-op, and the developers really crafted one of the best FPS online experiences on the market to date. From what I'm hearing, the PC version of this title is even better than the console counterpart due to community-made maps and unique custom game modes. If you haven't tried the game, then you can play it on PC on July 11th. One huge game arriving day one into Game Pass this July, and is only just around the corner, is Exoprimal. This is a massive day one title coming from Capcom and will pit players in high-tech exosuits against massive waves of dinosaurs. Think of World War Z and replace the zombies with dinosaurs, and that gives you a very rough idea about the amount of dinosaurs charging at you at one time. This game will blend PvE and PvP combat with a variety of objectives, classes, and exosuits, and means no two matches in Exoprimal will ever play the same. There are some awesome crossovers that have already been announced for launch, with players being able to play as exosuit Street Fighter characters, and even more planned in the future. This is going to be a mammoth launch for Game Pass this month, so get ready to dive in. Now, Now, a game that arrives a bit later this July on July 18th is Tectonica. This is a first-person factory automation game set beneath the surface of an alien planet. You can work alone or in co-op to build factories, gather resources, research new technologies, mold the destructible terrain, establish a base of operations, and uncover long-forgotten secrets. This is bringing a whole new level to factory builders that we have not yet seen before, and the amount of exploration and customization in this game looks staggering. Cannot wait to see this game arrive into Game Pass and see many of you put hours upon hours into making some glorious creations. Now, if you're a fan of Double Fine games, then we can have another title dropping onto the service along with Tectonica on July 18th. The Cave is an adventure game from Monkey Island and Maniac Mansion creator Ron Gilbert and Double Fine Productions, the award-winning studio behind Psychonauts and Brutal Legend. You will assemble your team of 3 from 7 unlikely adventurers, each with their own unique personalities, and then descend into the mysterious depths. This game is a 2D side-scroller puzzle platformer game and features great humor and comedy, especially with the narration itself. It can get slightly repetitive, but if you love a great storyline with twists and turns, then definitely put this game on your radar. Keeping on the same track within the building genre, we have another game coming to Game Pass this July, and that is The Wandering Village. In this world, the ground is full of poisonous and toxic spores, so you have to build and raise a settlement on the back of a moving organism. You will become their leader, build their settlement, and form a symbiotic relationship with Onbu to survive together in this hostile yet beautiful apocalyptic world. This game looks incredibly unique, and we have yet to see the premise played out in a video game before, and we finally get to play it day one onto Game Pass on July 20th. Our next game on this list is the gorgeous and unique looking Venba. Venba is a narrative cooking game where you play as an Indian mum who immigrates to Canada with her family in the 1980s. Players will cook various dishes and restore lost recipes, hold branching conversations, and explore in this story about family, love, loss, and more. This certainly looks like a great game for someone who loves narrative stories with an emphasis on cooking, and it launches day one onto Game Pass on the 31st of July. Alongside these 11 awesome games arriving into Game Pass this July, we also do have 3 that are unfortunately leaving the service on the 15th of July. Don't let the following games leave with some love, as there's still time to start fresh or pick up where you left off. You can also use your membership discount to save up to 20% to keep them in your library forever. These are EXO 1, which is a short atmospheric ball flying game with some phenomenal visuals, great mechanics, and an overall relaxing experience. SPELUNKY 2, which is a challenging roguelike classic that takes players on an epic adventure deep underground with challenging platforming and satisfying exploration. And finally, Paw Patrol the movie Adventure City Calls. This is a great 3D platforming movie tie-in adventure that puts you in the shoes of the lovable pups as they save Adventure City. What's your most anticipated game this July? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to use code XboxNation at xboxnation.co.uk to get 5% off any gift card or game purchase. Whilst here, check out this video on screen of 10 amazing FPS games arriving onto Xbox in 2023.